Hell of a thing. A white neighbor allegedly kills a black father over a noise complaint. Put it up full mass. So sad. I'm taking you to the state of Florida. Authorities have now charged Mr. Ralph Hensel on the right with murder after he allegedly fatally shot 32-year-old Jakeem Williams on the left, a father of 5, because the noise from his all-terrain vehicle was making too much noise for Ralph. Police say Hensel was lying in wait before he shot Mr. Williams on February 20th. According to WSVN News, Hensel told police he did it because he was agitated and upset by the neighborhood ATV riders, and told police, the local police, that if they didn't stop them from riding through the apartment complex, he would take matters into his own hands. Hensel then shot Williams while he was riding his ATV, police say. According to witnesses, the 57-year-old walked away from the crime scene saying, quote, "I killed him. I killed him," end quote. Now, let's go back to something in that narrative. According to the reports, Hensel told the police that if the noise didn't stop, he was going to take matters in his own hands. Now, there are police officers who have made arrests based on that statement alone, and they have considered it to be a terroristic threat of bodily harm to another human being. Cops could have easily pressed him on the statement to get him to absolutely admit what he meant by the statement, but obviously none of that happened. They probably just laughed it off. They probably thought, well, hell, if he does something, maybe that's easier for all of us. Regardless, you have a person who's on record telling the police, if the noise continues, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. This individual should have had at least a citation for terroristic threat, if not an arrest for a misdemeanor. But none of that seemingly happened. So family members say Williams was a beloved father and an amazing father. Quote, he was funny, he was humble, he was so non-confrontational. He did not like to argue, said Brianna Bermudez, mother of 3 of Williams' children, ages 6, 4, and 11 months. Now, they are calling for hate crime charges against Hensel and want him sentenced to death for Williams' murder. Quote, I want to see him get the death penalty. I want to make sure that he is charged with the hate crime that he has committed. The reality is, based on the Florida state statute, all of the prerequisite statutory requirements are met based on the allegation. Was it premeditated? Yes. Could it have been due to an aggravating circumstance, like ACE? Yes. The premeditation is the strong point for the death penalty in Florida. Now, I'm not a proponent of the death penalty, not going to lose sleep if this guy gets it, though. If police would have perhaps taken the first threat seriously, the brother may be alive today. And once again, we're in Florida. We'll bring you updates as they come. Thoughts and prayers with the children and the mother. All right, Sharon, thoughts here.
Yeah, having to wait and call for hate crime charges and this and that. And it's all very disconcerting because Blacks are not being treated as human beings. To know that this broke down fool of a white man actually told the police what he was going to do and then did it is a travesty. Yet when Gabby Petito goes missing, the world stops. When Susan Smith murders her children and blames it on a black man. Yes, I remember the crime decades ago.
Yep.
The whole world stops because white babies and white women are important. And I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that treating black people as animals and going into the minutia of an unimaginable, inexcusable murder is trash behavior, which is rooted in American history. It just is.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. We'll bring you updates as they come. We'll see what happens in the prosecution of this case.